like as if I'm the intermediary between him fucking my girl. It really pissed me off. I am so fucking tired of people thinking that they can have their way with me because they're bigger and I'm smaller. I am so fucking tired of it. I'm like a dog in the back of a corner. I'm being pushed back a lot. I'm really getting fucking... And I don't get angry. This night was a bunch of mixed emotions and all that shit. This story could go for a very long time, but... Alright. We're rolling. The position I'm at is less than comfortable. I'm at a park again. It's a less than preferable spot to be in, but I wanted to film a video today and it's too hot. So had to come out at night, find a place. But and yes, again, there's people here walking their dogs, there's people here playing around, doing whatever. But I wanted to. It's always crazy when I turn on the camera and start recording. I just become at like a loss for words of what to say. But the premise of what I wanted to talk about is my day yesterday and the past couple of weeks, how they've been for me. And yes, they're relevant to the everyday life of a man, everyday life of a average person in today's society. So yes, I'm going to talk about it. It's valuable. To start off, I think ever since I started taking more protein, because I'm trying to gain more weight, I'm not there. I'm not there in the weight department just yet, so I've been taking more protein. I bought protein bars from Costco. So ever since I've been trying to, gain more weight and take more protein every single day, I've noticed that I've been getting hornier. And I caved for multiple, and I already have a dating app, but I caved and I downloaded more. It's a loud fucking truck, man. I caved and I downloaded more dating apps because I'm horny. It's not really because I want a girlfriend. All these girls are nasty. I don't really agree with a lot of the ways that women are these days. I just don't. So I basically just now I download dating apps just to get sex. Obviously I'm a respectful person. Okay, I'm not disrespectful. I don't lead with sex in a conversation on a dating app. I'm very respectful about it. And if we click, we click, and then I end up telling her I just want sex. So the point where I'm going to is I downloaded dating apps this week, and I felt guilty at night. Like I would bust a nut and then I would feel guilty, and then I'd delete the dating app, and then I re-download it the next day because I got horny again. And long story short, I matched with this one absolutely slutty girl. She was absolutely slutty. She has a very nice body. Not that good of a face, but she has a very nice body, hourglass fit. I matched with her and we met yesterday. We met at the mall. This girl had many things wrong with her. She has many problems. The moment she went into my car, I could see the tiger scratches of self-harm on both of her arms. One of them, she told me she had to get stitches at the ER for. I was like, what the fuck? Funny enough, we did end up clicking. She's an absolute degenerate, and she's she downloads the apps just so she can get out and, get money from dudes and whatever. And I made it clear I'm not really doing that unless you give me some, give me some sex or whatever. And it's not really prostitution. I was just like, yeah, if you want me to spend $80 on you at the mall, yeah, just give me some sex and I'm good, to be honest with you. And I will admit that on camera. But no, like, we ended up actually hitting it off, and we did go to the mall. We saw that stupid ass movie Megan 2.0. It was horrible. I said, we were already making out in the theater, but I said, do you give a fuck about this movie? And she shook her head like that. And I was like, let's go. So we went back. I bought her a goddamn dildo to use on her when we got back. I hope no one bought her a dildo to use on her when we got back at Spencer's. It was huge. It didn't end up satisfying her that much, but I'm getting kind of carried away in the story. So we went back to her place. We fucked. It was good. It was good sex. Wasn't the best sex I ever had, but it was good. And then afterward, we even showered together. This and that. We recorded a couple times and blah 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 blah. We were having a good time. We were just watching movies, cuddling, talking. Afterwards, she was just telling me about all these crazy fetishes that she has, and just, if I were to name these, I can't even name them because of how crazy they are. Like, some of them are I just can't say them. Like, and I thought I was freaky. I thought a dude was freaky. No, this girl is extreme. Like, when I say she was a raging slut, and that's probably the only reason I matched with her and met her and got to fuck her. Although I do have a good personality and we did get along well, that's probably the initial reason why we matched. Anyway, raging slut, showed me all that shit. I can't name it on YouTube. But long story short, while we were at the mall, we got along so well. She was like, hey, you want to come to this swing? And by the way, she's got pink hair. That's how you already know. And she has that BPD bullshit that all the Gen Z liberal fucked up thing that women have. So that just tells you right there. While we were at the mall, she was like, hey, tonight's gonna be couples night at this swingers club. You want to go? And I was like, I've never been to a swingers club. But I was like, sure, but I'm not gonna fuck you with another guy. I just don't want to. That's not my thing. I don't want to look at his penis, and I don't want to be close to his penis. I don't want any of his juices coming on me. I'm not, it's just gonna turn me off. So if we can find another girl, I would like to. And I was kind of excited for it, we were both looking forward to it after we went back to her place and we fucked. It opened at 8 p.m., so I'm just going to fast forward to then. That is the point when the day became weird. Now, I'm not going to say it was the worst day possible, because it very well could have been and it wasn't. But we went into this club in Phoenix. I'm not going to name the club, but we went into there. Obviously, they pat you down. You got to show ID. And once we get in there, it's basically just filled with a bunch of horny old 50-year-old men, and only a little bit of pretty couples that didn't want to have a threesome, unless maybe their man joined. Or it's just crazy. Like, why are you gonna go to a swingers club and not want to join another couple? It just doesn't fucking make sense. So I had a bad time. I didn't fuck at all, and we were just sitting on that bench alone after all the failed attempts. We tried to get to have a girl, and she was like, yeah, I have one of my friends coming. Is that okay? I'm probably gonna fuck him. And the reason why I'm making this video is to open up about the fact that I get attached easily to bad girls. She's a horrible girl, but I don't know what it is about it. they happen to be the only girls that I can get along with. I don't know why. It's because I'm weird, and all of the normal girls don't like to talk about the same things that I talk about. Anyway, I got attached to her, basically. I got attached, and long story short, we were just sitting on that fucking bench, and there was porn playing on the screen at the top left corner, and she was just like, and I was just like, yeah, I mean, like, no one wants to fuck me, like, whatever. I'm 5'7". I'm a okay looking guy. I'm skinny. No girls really just want to fuck me right off the bat until they get to know my personality, you know. But my point is, she was just like, yeah, my friend's coming, and I don't know, it just hurt me. It just hurt me. She was like, my friend's coming, and do you mind if I have fun right now? Like, as in this, like, she was trying to be respectful, but she really didn't have to be. Like, we were at a damn swingers club, but she was just trying to be respectful, and I hate that. It's kind of like when a girl is trying to not hurt you when she's putting you down, and it sucks. I would rather you just put me down easy. I mean, put me down hard, because it sucks more when you try to be nice about it. I don't know, it just makes it worse for some reason. And I was like, no, it's okay. It's cool. Obviously, you came here to fuck. Like, I'm gonna let you fuck another guy. That's nuts. It's nuts if I don't. I'm not even your boyfriend. And I don't want to be your boyfriend. Which is why it's so odd for me to be attached to her. But I just was. Because she's a weird girl, and I'm weird too. Anyway, she was, there was this little soy, mid-sized, fat 22-year-old in the corner with nobody, just right there as we were sitting alone. And she was just like, you mind if I have fun right now? And I was like, yeah, sure, it's cool, you know. And so she's like, okay. And so she immediately slid over to the little soy fat Mexican ugly ass motherfucker. I'm telling you, he was ugly. She said, hey, wanna fuck? And he was like, sure. And then he said, ladies first. And then they were literally in there for 10 minutes. And then she came back out after 10 minutes. And I was like, that quick? She's like, yeah. I was like, was it good? And she said, no. It kind of made me feel better, I'm not going to lie. But, yeah. After that, though. And I was like, yeah, is his penis big? Was his penis at least big? Like, no. And he came fast. I was like, oh, shit. She was like, yeah, you were definitely better. I was like, well, that made me feel good. But then after that, we went back to the dance floor and asked a little bit more people. And I was just like, I was on the dance floor with her, and I was just like, fuck it. I'm not going to get any play. And I didn't get any play from anybody that night, by the way. I said, fuck it. I'm not going to get any play. She wants to fuck a lot of people here anyway. She's a raging slut. And this video would be a lot longer if I was trying to describe how much of a slut she was. Anyway, I was like, fuck it. I came up with a plan. I was like, hey, how about I just introduce you to a bunch of couples and guys and just say, hey, do you want to fuck my girl? Like, I literally said that. She was like, okay. And so I literally did it to the next biggest, like, black dude there was with a girl in there, and no one was looking at me. Like, barely anyone was looking at me. It was just her. And fucking, like, they were all like, oh, come here. And no one paid any attention to me. And there was an old man just masturbating in the corner. This place was full of degenerates, and I don't want to go back. And then there was also this fucking old man, short, 5'4" old man, just drinking beer, and got up in my face in front of her. And he was saying, hey, what's good, guys? What's good with you tonight? What's good with you tonight? Up in my face. It annoyed the fuck out of me. I wanted to clock him out right there. I hate when people come up to me and try to, because they only do it because they want to get to my girl, and then they talk to me like I'm the girl. No, you should be talking to my girl. Fuck. I hate people. And anyway, so I introduced her to the black guy, and they went upstairs and they fucked for a very long time. Very long time. The couple, he was with a girl. He was with his girlfriend, and I just didn't even go up. They didn't want me to go up. Why the fuck would they want to go up with me? I'm not gonna, so I stayed there and I guarded her goddamn high heels the entire time she went up and fucked. And I was just like I was feeling like a cuck, basically. I'm basically feeling like a cuck. I felt horrible. It took me back to the days where I was a loser and I wasn't really good with women. It just took me back there. Long story short, and then while she was up there, some big ass 5'9", 5'10", big muscular guy came up to me, and because we were cuddling, we were getting up close to each other in the club, waiting for the couple to get back down so that she could have sex. So we were making out. We were, she had her legs on me, and then everyone was looking, obviously, and this big muscular guy, after the fact that during the fact that they were up there fucking, this big muscular guy, when I wasn't with the girl, he came up to me and he said he was trying to he fucking introduced himself to me like as if I'm the intermediary between him fucking my girl. It really pissed me off. He was like, "Hey, how are you? Hey, what's your name?" He's looking at me like this. "Hey, what's your name? What's your name? You know what? I'm just saying, like, your girl's really hot. Girl, she's hot as fuck, by the way. All this bullshit." And I said, go talk to her. You're talking to me because I'm a skinny guy. I'm approachable. That's why you're scared to go talk to her. Next time, I'm tired. I am tired. I am so fucking tired of people thinking that they can have their way with me because they're bigger and I'm smaller. I am so fucking tired of it. I'm like a dog in the back of a corner. I'm being pushed back a lot. I'm really getting fucking, and I don't get angry. This night was a bunch of mixed emotions and all that shit. This story could go for a very long time, but long story short, it was a shitty place with a bunch of old creepy ass men, disrespectful guys, and I didn't get any action. She just went up there, and I was already kind of attached to this girl because she's not like the rest, even though she's a raging slut. And basically, long story short, I was attached to the girl. She went up and she fucked a bunch of damn dudes, and I was kind of butthurt about it, even though like I have self-control, and I'm like, no, we're not even dating, I'm not supposed to be butthurt. There's just something in me that this innate thing in me that's like, if I get a girl that I vibe with, I just hate when the thought of her. But yeah, I just felt like a little loser all over again, like how I was years ago. I just felt like a little loser like I was years ago. And long story short, her fucking friend came that she was talking about, and she started talking to him, and I was just like, I was kind of out of it at that point. And this was after she got done fucking that black guy. I was just out of it at this point, and she was hanging around me just for sympathy, and I was just like, yeah, I'm bored. I'm gonna go. And then right when I said that, she, with her friend, she just said, "So you want to go fuck?" And I was just like, and I just left the place. I just left her there. After the day we had, the chemistry we had, the talks we had, even though I would never date this girl, I was just attached to her, and I need to stop casual dating because I get attached. And I need to stop dating crazy. I need to stop going for crazy women. There's the only ones that I have a little bit of chemistry with because they're open-minded. Sucks. Like there's. Anyway, this is 20 minutes long, but I'm just gonna end the story. I went back home last night, and I usually play YouTube in the car, podcast, whatever, on my way home, but this time I was just complete blank. Like, I felt like I needed to start over again after today. Just felt like a fool. I felt weird. I felt like a loser, and I just went back home, and I literally shut my phone off the entire evening and the entire night until 10 a.m. in the morning today. And I powered my phone back on in the morning, and she texted me and she said, "Hey, you okay? I'm sorry about tonight." And I was like, "No, I'm fine. I'm not tripping about it. I chose to go. I'm just glad it was free for couples." And she was like, "Yeah, sorry." That's all she said. I was like, don't be sorry for something that you're not really sorry for. It sucks. But I'm going to end the story with that. The moral of it is, like, I'm just lost, and I feel like I'm restarting, and I'm messing myself up. I'm getting lazier. I'm going on these dating apps. I'm messing myself up all the time, constantly. And I need to change. And like I said, this channel is not about... I don't want this channel to be about any supplemental solutions to shit. We already get enough of that. We get enough of that. I just want to talk about it. Talk about how shitty life is. Talk about how shitty girls are. Talk about how shitty dating is. So, if you enjoyed, thank you for being here.